Almost everyone reads this book, but almost no one sees this. There's a hidden law inside ignored by 99% that decides whether you stay broke or become unstoppable. Most people searching for wealth are walking right past the answer. They read the books. They repeat the affirmations. They even believe in the law of attraction. But despite their efforts, nothing shifts. Why? Because they've missed the law buried beneath it all, a principle so powerful that once you see it, you can never unsee it. This isn't just about thinking positively or visualizing your dream life. The truth is far deeper. There is a law and energetic code that governs the movement of wealth. Not just money, but opportunity, growth, and favor. And this law has one demand: alignment. You can't trick it. You can't fake your way through. If your thoughts, feelings, and actions are out of sync, results stall. This is what almost everyone misses. They try to manifest from chaos, hustle from fear, or act from doubt while expecting abundance to flow. But real wealth doesn't respond to effort. It responds to order, to a mind and body that are aligned with creation, not competition. That's the missing piece. The moment you grasp this law and begin to live in harmony with it, your results will change. Not because the world finally gave you permission, but because you finally stopped blocking what was always trying to find you. Prosperity isn't something you chase, it's something you align with. Most people live in a constant state of internal conflict, thinking one thing, feeling another, and doing something entirely different. That kind of energetic disarray pushes abundance away, no matter how badly they want it. The law of alignment is simple, yet most overlook it. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions move in the same direction, you become magnetic to results. The universe isn't waiting for you to try harder, it's waiting for you to stop contradicting yourself. If you say you believe in abundance but act from fear, you're out of sync. If you dream big but speak about limitations, you're sending mixed signals. Alignment isn't about perfection, it's about coherence. It's about bringing all parts of you into harmony with your vision. This law doesn't reward effort, it responds to clarity. When your mind is focused, your heart is open, and your actions are intentional, you tap into a current that's been flowing all along. That's when momentum begins to build. So the question is not how hard are you working, but how aligned are you being, because wealth moves toward order, not confusion. Before wealth shows up in your bank account, it begins in your mind. Thought is the original form of currency. What you consistently think determines the reality you eventually live. And yet, this is where most people lose the game. They think about bills, not possibilities. They dwell on past failures, not future success. They repeat worries like mantras, not realizing that every thought carries weight, every pattern forms structure, and every belief is building something, even if it's the opposite of what they want. If your inner world is saturated with scarcity, the outer world will only reflect that limitation back to you. But when your thoughts are rich, creative, focused, and filled with vision, everything begins to shift. Wealthy people understand that thought is not just daydreaming, it's strategy, it's architecture. Your mindset is your blueprint, and if it's not designed for expansion, nothing you build will hold. So monitor your internal dialogue. Guard your mental space like it's sacred ground, because it is. When you realize that thought is the seed of all results, you'll stop wasting it on fear and start investing it in your future. While thought initiates the process of creation, emotion gives it power. You can have a crystal clear vision and a flawless plan, but if your emotions are out of tune, your manifestation stalls. Emotion is what amplifies your intention. It's the magnet that draws experience to you or repels it. Many people focus on strategy, technique, and logic but ignore how they feel. They take action while feeling anxious. They visualize while feeling doubtful, and they wonder why nothing shifts. But feelings are energy. They speak louder than words, louder than thoughts. If your dominant emotional state is worrying, lack, or resistance, that's the frequency you're transmitting. And that's what the universe mirrors back. Wealth responds to elevated emotion: gratitude, certainty, joy, expectation. Not fake happiness, but a grounded, uncheckable sense of it's already mine. When you feel as if the outcome is done, even before it arrives, you collapse the gap between idea and reality. That's the secret. It's not just about thinking big, it's about feeling now. Feel as if it's already yours. Feel into your future with confidence, and you pull it into the present. Because strategy may shape your plan, but emotion drives your results. You can visualize, you can affirm, you can journal every day. But without action, nothing moves. Manifestation isn't magic, it's movement. But here's what most people miss: not all action is equal. The universe doesn't respond to busy work, it responds to inspired action. There's a difference between forcing your way forward and flowing with inner direction. When action is driven by fear, desperation, or pressure, it creates resistance. But when it's fueled by belief, clarity, and alignment, it feels natural, energizing, not exhausting. You don't need to have all the answers, you just need to take the next aligned step. That's how momentum builds: one decision, one message, one move that comes from faith, not fear. People who attract wealth don't wait for everything to be perfect. They act when the idea is fresh. They act when their energy is high. They move when their intuition says go, even if the path isn't fully visible yet. Because wealth is not the result of overthinking, it's the reward for trusting and acting in sync with your vision. So yes, action is necessary, but don't just move. Move with purpose, move with power, move because something inside you says, now. It's not that people don't want abundance, it's that they unintentionally push it away. They sabotage their own progress with thoughts, habits, and beliefs they don't even realize are destructive. And the worst part, they think they're doing everything right. They say they want wealth, but complain about money. They dream of freedom, yet constantly focus on limitations. They crave more, but criticize those who already have it. These conflicting signals create resistance, shutting the door on the very prosperity they're trying to attract. Abundance isn't just about what you do, it's about what you allow. And most people don't realize that their dominant focus is on lack, not expansion. They watch content that feeds fear. They speak words that reinforce struggle. They hang around energy that drains their belief. If you want to open the flow of abundance, you must become aware of what you're unconsciously broadcasting. Your energy speaks before your words do. And life responds to the frequency you're living on, not the one you wish you were on. To receive fully, you have to clear space mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You must become a match for the life you want. Because the biggest block isn't out there, it's how you think when no one's watching. There are two ways to approach success. You can compete for what already exists, or you can create what's never been seen. Most people, often unknowingly, choose the path of competition. They hustle to beat others, compare constantly, and believe there's not enough to go around. This mindset leads to burnout, anxiety, and scarcity. When you believe you must outdo, outshine, or outperform others to succeed, you're operating from the idea that abundance is limited, that for you to win, someone else must lose. But the creative mindset tells a different story. It understands that wealth is not a slice of pie that runs out. It's a field of potential that expands as you align with it. Creators don't take from the world, they add to it. They bring something new, something valuable, something uniquely theirs. Prosperous people don't copy, they innovate. They don't obsess over what others are doing, they focus on what they're building. And because they create from vision, not from fear, they tap into unlimited supply. Shifting from competitive to creative doesn't just change how you work, it changes how the world responds to you. Because when you create, you become a source, and sources never run dry. Gratitude isn't just polite, it's powerful. It's one of the fastest ways to raise your frequency and align with abundance. And yet, most people treat it like an afterthought. They wait until something big happens before expressing thanks, missing the fact that gratitude is what opens the door in the first place. When you feel grateful before the result shows up, you signal to the universe that you trust the process. You align yourself with the energy of receiving, and that energy makes you magnetic. Gratitude shifts your attention away from what's missing and locks your focus on what's already working. That shift changes how you feel, how you think, and how you act, which then changes your outcomes. Wealth responds to appreciation, not desperation, not need, but genuine acknowledgement of what's here now and what's already on its way. This doesn't mean pretending everything's perfect. It means choosing to see progress, even in the small things. It means training your mind to find evidence of growth, even in moments of delay. Gratitude multiplies, it compounds, and it accelerates everything you're building. So if you want to move faster toward your vision, don't wait for more to show up. Start by appreciating what's already within reach. Reading about wealth won't make you wealthy. Watching videos about abundance won't bring it into your life. Real change happens when you move from knowing the law to living it, when you become the walking, breathing proof that it works. Every choice you make is a vote for the reality you want. When your actions reflect belief, when your thoughts stay aligned with vision, and when your energy speaks louder than your words, you no longer have to convince anyone. Your life becomes the evidence. People won't be inspired because of what you say, they'll be moved by what you are. So wake up every day and ask, am I embodying abundance or waiting for it? Let your habits, your words, and your presence be a demonstration of the law in motion. Because when you become the example, you give others permission to rise with you. There's a moment quiet but life-changing when you realize the truth. You were never waiting on wealth. Wealth was waiting on you. The hidden law isn't a mystery anymore. It's not buried in ancient books or locked behind complicated systems. It's been in front of you the entire time. Alignment. When your thoughts are focused, your emotions elevated, your actions inspired, and your energy clean, life opens. Opportunities appear where none existed. Doors unlock that once felt sealed shut. You stop chasing and start receiving. Not because you forced the outcome, but because you finally matched it. This law changes everything because it hands you the keys. You're no longer the victim of your environment or the prisoner of your past. You become the cause, not the effect, the source, not the seeker. And the truth is, most people will never live this way. They'll keep searching outside instead of aligning within. But you know now. You've seen behind the curtain, you've felt the shift. So the only question left is, will you live it? Because once you step into alignment, the game isn't just different, it's yours to win.